Welcome back to Coffee and Whiskey with Ivy. I'm sorry for the long lapse of time from the last show till today, but I had something very urgent and important to attend to. My poor squirrel, also known as my husband, or my husband, also known as my squirrel, was in a terrible position as I believe some evil people were trying to kill him and trying to stop him from having the wonderful life he has with me in paradise. But that is another topic. I digress. Now, for the more important things that we have to talk about this week. The new season is the make or break season. I will make strong statements about society and policies that affect my country and that I do not like happening in my country. I will make hypocrites and liars and pimps and parasites shiver and disappear from my country. I will make our country the most beloved and blessed country in the universe. And it will be the most beloved country for all Singaporeans first. I will make all rich Singaporeans like me appreciate what the universe has given them and to understand why they were given all these riches and blessings, and not to make money the most important thing in their life. The people of Malaysia have spoken, and as DPM Tharman Shanmugaratnam has said, it is not about Malays, it is not about Chinese, it is not about Indians, it is about Malaysia. One of my Malaysian workers told me, the opposition will win. The opposition will win because the people are totally fed up with the total corruption these days in their country. Yes, they always had corruption, as most Asian countries have, as most countries run by evil men have, but the corruption is now so bad that they are so suffering that any other person sounds like a good change. What is the implications? All dishonest leaders in politics, in business, in religion must take this as a warning. People are not going to tolerate bullshit, lying men and women anymore. People want to have a say in how their families live, how much dignity they have, how much respect they have, and not have the small group of people enriching themselves and their cronies. You know what I like about the Malaysian minister? He has guts, and he summed it all in this simple question. I don't consider myself Chinese. I am a Malaysian. One day, I hope Singaporeans will say that. I am not an Indian. I'm not a Chinese. I'm not a Malay. I'm a Singaporean. One day, like Malaysia, this is their national flower. I hope Singapore will say, Singapore boleh. An important topic that affects our country now is the new cabinet reshuffle. You know, there's so much talk about who is this and who is that and how smart this and how smart is that. He said, I always hope that our country will be led by political leaders and not just politicians. There is a difference. I'm sorry, sir. What is the bloody difference? All we need are honest leaders. All we need are leaders with courage to do the right thing. And all we need are leaders who don't think Singaporeans are stupid. And we are just letting you do your job and just do it well. My darling Heng Swee Kiat, he's also a nice guy. But let me give you some advice, my friend. You know, Steely resolve behind genial manner. If you don't have steel, then you better take more iron tablets. Because if you want to be a politician and a tall poppy, you must be prepared that people will want to know who your father is, who your mother is, who your children are. If you're worried about all that, then maybe you should not be a politician. But I like him for what he said. He said, I don't think we should do the wrong thing. I think this man has honesty in him, and I think it is good that we have people who start looking at that most important word. Of course, the famous number 3, OYK, Ong Ye Kung, is missing. I have spoken with him and I find him to be genuine. I think he will be one of the good leaders amongst all the other good leaders I hope we will develop. You know, she read a speech written by her boys, but which carried some good points. However, if I were president, I would not need boys to write my speech. You know why? I have number 1B called brains. I got number 2B called bravery, because I may not be a man, but I got a lot of testosterone in me. And I got number 3B. I'm a blessed person, and I don't need people to tell me what to say. My brain, my bravery will tell me what is right and what is wrong. So, if I write my speech, this will how it will go. Tackling inequality. Very simple. Stop talking about it. Do the following. Read this newspaper called the Straits Times, page A28 of opinion, written by 4 professors. They have the answers to how to tackle inequality. In Finland, I believe many of the politicians are from academia. These are professors who have studied well, who have a conscience, and therefore are able to ensure that the country is run honestly and well. Stop boasting about our progressive wage, which is $1,200. Tell us how many people earn less than $2,000 in Singapore. Education, very simple. Give free education to all Singaporeans from preschool to university. For healthcare, very simple. All government hospitals have only one class, C, cheap and cheerful. No need to talk about the world, just talk about ASEAN. We are the smallest country in ASEAN. Let our bigger brothers and sisters love us and protect us. Don't think of buying bombs and guns and shooting at them and shooting at our own people. Bring the people here who are hardworking. They come as a family, husband and wife at least, so that they can be here together, they can work together, they can earn money together and send the money back to help their children in their education and their life. And if these people then want to make a life in this country, we give them the right to be citizens. Training for the future. Stop talking about skills future. Skills future is only $500. You can't even get a driving license with that. If you want to help people and retrain them, train them totally, all the way. If they need a driving license to be a Grab driver, pay for the entire driving license. If they need to be a chef, send them to Shatek, send them to At Sunrise, send them to Culinary Institute of America, but don't send them to a $300 course where they learn how to cook just one dish. No, that is not skills, that is a hobby. Investing in infrastructure, have walkways for pedestrians, have bicycle ways for bicycles, have motorcycle ways for motorcycles, have heavy vehicle ways for heavy vehicles. And that's very simple. Instead of allowing all this free flow, 400,000 people cross the causeway to work every day. It is a disgrace and a disaster. And I don't know what else to call it, that people got to spend so much of their time queuing up to cross 1 kilometer. The British left us too soon. If they had stayed on, they would have built a walkway, covered walkway, underwater, and people could have walked across the causeway. And last, nurturing a Singapore identity. First, get everybody who live and work here to speak English. A good enough standard of English so that we all understand each other with one linked language. Remove the Chinese, Malay, Indian and others. It is a racist policy. It is to split people up and conquer and divide them. Stop gerrymandering areas and stop having race-based policies. Build a Singaporean nation. One day, we will all live truly in a paradise created by our good leaders. Thank you for watching my show again, and I'll leave you with this parting thought. All that is necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men and good women do nothing. Think about it, morning, noon, and night.